Hi everyone, this is Ed Hubb from Full Blown Customs. What I got set up here is a bunch of tank blanks that I have for sale on my website, fullblowncustoms.com, and I'm going to show you a demo on this video on how to airbrush one and make it into a clock. Now, I sell them as powder coated and I sell them in raw steel. Now this one here, well all these, they're 3 inches deep, 20 inches long, 8 inches wide here, and they have mounting brackets on the ends so you can screw them onto the wall or onto a panel like this. You can also take and bend the tabs inside if you want and use fishing line or string or whatever and make a string across and actually hang them on the wall without the tabs, however you guys want to do them. But what I'm going to do is show you how to do basically the Von Dutch flying eyeballs. This is going to be called Time Flies. And I'm going to drill a hole in here, put my clock in this part right here, but we're going to airbrush on here, and I'm going to do my own version of a flying eyeball. We're going to make it into probably a bat through a graveyard or something with the eyeball in it. Just something different. But these are great to practice on, great for students in airbrush classes. I teach on them now in my classes. If you guys are interested, you can give me a call at 541-434-0224 or just go to my website and pick them up. But I'm going to show you a couple different techniques on these. And there's also something else I'm going to show you is, for example, how these two are mounted. You can take a panel, airbrush these, different designs. I'd put a third one in, airbrush them with different designs, and then put your business card holder down in the bottom and take these to different shops and just give them to people. So that way they can see your work, have a business card there. Excellent way to get your work out there. First thing I do if you get a powder coated one is basically you can sand this with 600 grit, and I use water, sand it with water and 600 and get it smooth, and then you can either seal it or just straight spray base on top of it. Either way, you can put a sealer or base, however you want to do it. I'm just going to spray a base over top of it. I'm going to spray another black base over because this is, when they come powder coated, they come flat. So if you just try to clear back over this, it's always going to stay flat. So you want to spray your black base onto it, then do your design on it. But if it comes in raw steel, like these right here, I cannot stress enough to be careful on these edges because they are a little bit sharper than what the powder coated ones are. These here, I'd go ahead and sand with 320 grit. To begin with, I would wipe them down with wax and grease remover, remove any of the oil off of them, sand them with 320 grit, and then put a sealer down on them, then your base, and go from there. But these are excellent. As you can see how they are dipped inside here, how they have the mounting tabs right there. Before I sand it, I'm going to go ahead and drill my hole where I want my clock mount at. I've already made a marking here, and I got the right drill that fits the center of the clock. So we'll go ahead and drill this hole. Water, and I'll wet sand this. This is how I prep them. Now that I've already sanded it with 600, go around with gray Scotch-Brite and hit all your edges. Make sure you catch the tabs there and everything else. Now I'm going to spray a black base down on this, and the reason being is, like I explained, the powder coat comes flat, so whatever color base you want, you need to spray down on that in order for the clear coat to make it shiny. Unless you just want to keep it flat, and then you can put a semi-gloss clear on it or a flattening agent or whatever you want. Now I've had guys that I've sent these out to that just pinstripe right straight on top of the black powder coat, and it looks pretty cool. Alright, we got it all set up. I've wiped it down. I just tacked it off. Now I'm going to use my Iwata touch-up gun. I'm going to apply a coat of black house color paint. Make sure you guys wear your respirator when you're doing this. What I just did here is I took some transfer paper. This is some 24-inch transfer paper. You can buy all the supplies that I'm using in my videos at coastairbrush.com. That's where I bought this. You can, there's a couple different styles of transfer paper. Sticky Mickey makes a great one. But like I say, just go onto their website, check it out, find out which one you like best and works for you. But what I did is I just applied it over here, and I'm going to draw a real simple design. I'm going to draw a graveyard scene across the bottom. and then I'm going to do a moon up here, and then I'm going to do a flying eyeball, and maybe one other one right here. But what I'm going to do, since this is already based out black, I'm going to cut my designs out, leave the transfer paper, spray the whole sky in the background. Probably going to do it in kind of purple tones. And then once that's done, lift it up, do a couple little highlights on some of the headstones, maybe a couple on the crosses. I'll detail in the eyeball, and then we'll detail out the moon a little bit, and then we'll spray another coat of purple back across it, just making a nice scene. Center where the clock will go. So I'll do the eyeball right here where the wing comes up into the moon. So that's going to be our eyeball. And then the moon, we'll make it about this big. You're drawing over the wrinkle parts. But we're going to take, because this part right here will be erased, or the part of the wing will come in. We'll hook it about like that. And like I say, I'm not following any pattern, just going to kind of do my own thing. Now you can take either an X-Acto knife or a razor blade, whatever you like to use, and cut out your design.
Well, we got it all cut out, and like I was saying, we're going to keep this really simple. I'm just going to use straight white, and I'm going to create some clouds and fog and mist in the background, but we're going to take the white and go around the edges of everything first, just lightly. Then we're going to take some Scotch-Brite. I know you've seen this a million times, but I'm going to do it again. Create some clouds. Pick up a couple different pieces. Now we're just going to take a purple candy and spray over everything. Now we're going to make the moon a little bit brighter. Alright, we'll go ahead and peel this larger one out. Scoot that edge up a little bit. We'll create a couple little veins. Now when I'm spraying the purple candy on this time, I'm not going as dark. You guys can't get more basic than that. Like I say, these are tank blanks that I sell on my website. And this is just the first one that I'm doing right now. Just a real quick, simple one for the beginner level. I'm going to do a bunch more. I'll do some with, like I say, a pinup girl on one. And I'm going to do some tribal designs and different things that will kind of be a little more advanced, but still aimed for the beginners. But I'll spray some wax grease remover on this so you can see what it looked like if it's clear coated. That's my door. My dog just walked in. How funny.